Relocated now to St.Francis' Folly, new temptations torment me. Rumour amongst
my fellow brothers is that entombed beneath our monastery is the body of Tihocan, one of the 3 legendary rulers of the lost continent Atlantis, and that with him lies his piece of the Atlantean Scion, a pendant divided and shared between the 3 rulers, which curbs tremendous powers. Powers beyond the Creator himself. My toes sweat at such possibilities, lying so close to my mortal self. Each night, I beat myself rid of these fantasies, but it is indeed a test.
Pierre, you litterbug.
Alright guys, welcome to level 5 of Tomb Raider. And I'm just gonna hop up here, because right off the bat we're being attacked by some lions. Whilst I melt them down, I am playing in the Croft engine by Stoendorf, with HD textures done by Matthew Hill, links in the description to follow. So, we have left Peru and we have come to Greece. Now, I'm going to give you some real-world history about what this level is based on. So, this level is based on the real-life monasteries of Meteoron in Thessaly, Greece. I'm Greek, so I'm compelled to plug this. In the 13th and 14th century, Meteoron had about 24 monasteries built upon ancient, enormous, mountainous, pillar rocks that had been standing since the Neolithic age. The monasteries were built as a refuge for the monks and other faithful to hide in the face of Turkey's attacks on Greece. And access back then was made extremely difficult, like using ladders and ropes and nets on purpose. As for the St. Francis part of St. Francis' Folly, we assume this refers to St. Francis of Assisi, whom you may know, except that he was an Italian mystic and isn't recognized by the Orthodox churches as a saint, so I don't know if it's a mistake on the part of the developers, or maybe Assisi stayed here at some point. So we know that we've found Qualopec's piece of the Scion, which Lara has right here. And now we search for the Scion of Tihocan. So let's begin the level. So we can see that there is touchpads on the ground here. Let's move the block onto the touchpads. Alright. So that opens the door on that temple over there. You can also see that there's a little opening there, but we'll get to that a little bit later. Oh, we know what that music means. Oh, another one. Gorillas in an ancient Greek monastery, eh? Alright, so we've got a path to the left, right, and a switch in the middle. We'll start on the left. Nothing up here. Oh, and another one. Okay. So there were 2 switches we pressed. That must be Pierre Dupont, the other adventurer that Natla sent after the Scion. Great, now we have a human stalker to contend with on top of everything. Alright, so where do we go? It looks like we can climb these stone columns, and it looks like there's a door on the 2nd floor up there, which I assume is where we have to go. Let's move this block onto the other touchpad and see what happens. Excellent. Alright. That door up there actually stays open when we pull the block off, so I need to move this block back so I can reach the pillar to the left of it. Now while I do this, I've got to tell you about this level. This level was extremely difficult as like an 8 and 9-year-old, whatever. I think it was 8. I have a sister who's 12 years older than me, and it took the 2 of us to get through this level because it is a trial by fire, and tomb raiders will be made by this level, and I'll show you where and why. Firstly, I'm gonna check this outcropping because it's a secret. Now, this is a very tricky jump sequence to pull off. So I'm gonna just fast forward to the one that I get right, so you don't have to watch me fail. Now, I won't tell you how embarrassingly long that took. Just as I grab the items from this secret and then make my way to the door that we opened earlier, I thought it might just be a good idea to recap the events that happened in the cutscenes earlier, just in case, because a lot of information comes quickly. So basically, as we were exiting the tomb of Qualopec with the Scion, we are attacked by Larson, who works for the woman that sent us on this quest in the first place, Natla of Natla Technologies. Now, Larson was there to kill us and take the artifact we found. What he let slip in the confrontation, though, is that what we found is just one piece of the greater artifact, and that Natla has hired another adventurer named Pierre Dupont to find the others. So Lara breaks into Natla Technologies and finds the journal of a monk named Brother Herbert. Now, in the 16th century, in 1573, Brother Herbert was taken to St.Francis Monastery in Meteoron, Greece. When he was there, he heard rumors amongst his brethren that beneath their monastery was the tomb of Tihocan, whom they believed was one of the rulers of the lost continent of Atlantis. And buried with him was his piece of the Atlantean Scion. So Brother Herbert fought off the temptation to want to find this pendant because it's supposed to house the powers beyond even the creator himself. So obviously Natla found this journal, is hiring all these adventurers to find her the pieces. You know, and after almost being assassinated by this woman, I think Lara was compelled to find the tomb of Tihocan and prevent Natla from getting this pendant. So, here we are, racing to find the tomb of Tihocan with Pierre Dupont nipping at our heels. Alright, you're all caught up. Now we've got a really tricky secret. So I've cut the footage because I failed many times. Alright, 5 attempts later, and we got to the secret. That's a really tricky one. You have to slide backwards down this massive slope and jump at just the right time to reach this little outcropping. The secrets in this level are an absolute doozy, as you'll see. So that's 2 blisteringly difficult secrets in the first 5 minutes of the level. Crazy, right? So we've got a switch here and a body of water here. Alright, first thing we're going to do is dive in and have a look. What's going on? And yes, that is a crocodile. A crocodile in a Greek monastery. Don't think about it too hard. There's another secret here. And as you could see from my very slow swimming just then, there's a current in the water. So what we're going to do, now that we've gotten the secret, is go back and pull the switch, assuming the crocodile doesn't take another chunk out of us, and it is poised to do just that. Okay, just made it. Alright, we're going to pull the switch. Let's see what that did. And notice how the game is again not showing us what levers do as much. So they're starting to take the training wheels off a little bit. Alright, that croc took a chunk out of me, so we'll do a large metapack because I've been good. Alright, let's head forward. So we've gone underneath the monastery to basically like the drainage sewers underneath. Alright, so you're about to see why St.Francis' Folly is notoriously difficult, and again, one of the most iconic levels of Tomb Raider. I know I've said that about almost all of them so far, but I can't help it. Tomb Raider 1 is just that good. Let's have a look. You see that fall? Unstable, broken foundations and walkways. It's in a ruinous state, and it is a peril to navigate. Lara isn't afraid. Okay. If we look here, we see a door named Neptune. Seems to be locked with no levers obvious in sight. Ah. The familiar squeak. Alright. Oh, more of them. Oh! Okay. Oof. Alright, so we're gonna begin this this wicked descent. Let's follow the path laid out for us, okay? So it would be logical to jump from here to here, right? To descend downwards. Another meddlesome bat. Alright. Let's leap over to this central structure, and we can see a lever, which we're going to pull immediately. Okay, another room. Thor. Okay, just going to have a look around what's on this level before we get lower, aside from the incessant bats. Oh, that one's having a... Those two are having a hard time getting down. Okay, it looks like we can Well, first we'll come over here. Oh. I need them to stop pestering me so I can show you around this level. Okay. So if we look here, we can see that there is what looks like a touchpad. I'm not going to hit it yet because I remember that it is a secret and a very difficult one to get, and I need to clear more of the level in order to create a safe passage there. So just trust me, we'll come back to this one, okay? We pulled one lever that opens Thor, so let's head down to the next lot of levels. Alright, we've got another door there. Atlas. One of the Greek mythological figures who held up the heavens. We've got another switch here as well. Damocles, another Greek figure. Associated with swords, if anyone remembers. Okay, so we're getting the sense now there's probably going to be a lever to unlock each of these doors labeled with names. So I'm just going to go all the way down, pull all the levers, and then we will do each door one by one. Okay, it's safe to jump. Okay, I'm just checking for any more levers. I think we're good. Okay, let's get a little lower. That was close. A little lower. Looks like we could drop down safely from here. Okay, I see some magnum ammo over there, which I'm just going to grab while we're on the level. And of course a bat that was iron to get me. And we can safely drop down here. Let me just check this section here. All the bats in Greece have come to this one monastery. Neptune. Okay, we can see Damocles over there. Let's go right down to the bottom. I think it's safe to drop. Yes, okay, good. Alright, and we've reached the very base of the monastery. And another switch. Atlas. So that seems to be all the doors we saw on the way down. I'll draw your attention to this out of place tile, which, as we've learned from like the second level, Vilcabamba, that likely holds a secret. And that's what that touchpad all the way up there unlocks, but we'll deal with that a bit later. This looks like the exit to the level. And as we can see, there are 4 locks requiring 4 keys. So we're going to have to find those 4. Considering we've found 4 doors, that is Neptune, Thor, Atlas, Damocles, I'm guessing, and I'm sure you've already guessed, each of those doors must hold the key. So let's get to it, shall we? I think what we'll do is we'll go into the doors as we encounter them on the way back up. Alright. The first one, Damocles. Some lovely ancient Grecian columns. There are the dangling swords. Will they fall on us? Let's be safe and maneuver around them for the time being. One right above the door. Aha! One of the 4 keys we need to get out of this level. Okay. It appears we can hop up here. Grab us some goodies. Okay, now, if you've learned anything from the likes of Tomb Raider or Resident Evil, you don't get exactly what you need without something trying to stop you. Case in point. The best way to avoid a falling sword is to be careful and walk carefully through. That one was pretty close. Ugh. One right where I need to go. Alright, let's go this way. Oof. Oh. Clearly, Damocles' spirit doesn't like, or maybe the monk's spirit don't like us disturbing the tomb. Alright, well done. We did good. Let's hurry on. Okay, so that should say Zeus, but we'll forgive them because this level is great and this game is amazing. I've just saved it there because this is gonna get a bit cray. Seems alright. Okay. There is some serious lightning happening there. Let's chance this. Little light shock, nothing to worry about. Oh my. That is a gargantuan hammer. That's definitely Thorian. Alright. We can see a touchpad, we see a hammer right above it. You know what's gonna happen. Oh! Whoa. The tremors cause some rocks to loosen from the ceiling, but that works for us. So we'll be able to reach just over there. You know nothing good happens when that song comes on. Okay, I think we can make the jump from here. It's fine. Excellent. Alright, we've got another block and a very tall area here. So we'll move this one into place. think we could probably make the jump from here as well. Ooh. No one saw that. This might help with that slight electrical shock that Lara took earlier. Alright, big jump here. Beautiful. The key of Thor. Now let's get down safely and get out of this Thor-forsaken room. Okay, looks like the vengeful spirit continues. Full disclosure, I've never really worked out how to avoid this attack very well. I'm gonna use 2 small meta packs there. Alright, fantastic. Well, we're somewhat none the worse for wear. Let's keep heading up. Oh. That was gunfire. It must be Pierre. Just where is he? Down there. He's a little far for Lara to reach. So we're gonna press on and hope he doesn't follow. Alright. We arrive at Atlas. Interesting. Never a good sign when the door closes behind you. Ah, there's a lovely meadow pack down there. Okay, you all see that, right? A boulder. Wish me luck. Stunning. Alright. So we can't head back up here because it's sloped. So there is an opening in the wall here, which we're going to hop up. Alright. Ah! Far less blood-curdling than the lightning back there. Though how do we get back through the gates? Oh. No Pierre in sight. Always a good thing. Alright. Now we've got to get to the last one. Neptune. And again, similar story. If it was the Greek variant of the god of water, it should be Poseidon, not Neptune. That's a Roman attribution. But that's alright. We've reached the top. Thankfully, Pierre can't climb like we can. The choral music has kicked in. You know it's about to get serious. Some beautiful frescoes and murals there. Doesn't appear to be a door. Alright. Well, the trial of water. Oh, there is a current dragging me right down to the bottom. A locked gate. Uh-huh. And there is our prize, and it's not just anyone that can hold their breath for as long as our Miss Croft. Alright, let's begin the ascent. Excellent. The trials of the 4 gods? Done and dusted. Alright, so before we end the level, I'm just going to grab the final secret, which is a bit of a doozy. So what we're going to do, we're going to hit this switch, well this touchpad, and we're going to race down to the bottom to that weirdly tiled door and hop through. The hard part being it's timed, so I will skip to the successful run if need be. Not the most graceful way of doing this. We could have gone down and dealt with them and just cleared ourselves a path, but in the interest of getting through it in a timely fashion. Alright, so Pierre is still out there. Time to deal with him. He got away. Alrighty. Let's get out of here. Alright, so I hope you've enjoyed St. Francis's Folly, whichever you like. I hope you got an idea of why it was such a memorable and difficult level and still stands out as like really, really unique for Tomb Raider. Alright, so at the very, very base of the monastery, we see that there's something even further beneath it. Join me for the next episode. We'll see what's behind this door.